Hi, my name is Laura Royce.
I'm Kristen Blankenship.
I'm Kylie Jacobs.
I'm Chelsea Fox.
And I'm Michaela Dodge.
The solution to scenario 11, the 12-year-old girl being bullied over body weight issues, is to encourage confidence, help her learn to love her body, and a reminder that she is a beautiful, happy person who should not be judged over her physical appearance, but by the kindness in her heart. Some ways we like to boost our confidence include surrounding myself with positive people and working out,
Goofing off with my friends,
Putting on my favorite dress and working it,
going outside and doing something active,
and getting all dressed up and going out to dinner with my friends and maybe going for a run.
Hot Chocolate with God by Cameron Kelly. This book has different Bible verses in it and quotes and story prompts that you can fill in the answers to. It helps you deal with body image and remembering that you're made in God's image and that you are perfect and beautiful and confident. And this book is also fun because you can skip around and go through different parts. You don't have to do it chapter by chapter like a normal book. It's colorful and fun. The second book is called Life in the Fat Lane, and it's about the blonde homecoming queen who develops this rare genetic disorder and gains over 100 pounds. Her family moves to a new town where nobody knows there's anything but the fat girl, and she goes through bullying like you're going through right now. So you can kind of like identify with her and what she's going through and see that people are being judged on their body image even when they really shouldn't be. The third book is called Mirror, Mirror, Teen Girls Write About Body Image, and it's real stories that real teens have been through about different body image issues they've had, and it should be helpful for you because it can show that even though it might be difficult, you can overcome these problems. And I just want to remind you that you are beautiful and loved and that you can overcome this.
In the first book, Big Fat Manifesto by Susan Vaught, there's a girl named Jamie and she's in high school and is fighting her rights as a fat girl. She begins to write a column in her school newspaper about her personal thoughts and fears as an overweight teen. However, despite her weight problems, Jamie still dreams big and doesn't let what other people think of her slow her down. In Picture Perfect by Jill Zimmerman, this book has a lot of tips for girls who struggle with liking themselves and their bodies. It explains that you don't need to be perfect or have a perfect appearance to still be a beautiful woman. She even says a beautiful thing is never perfect. You read other girls' stories about not feeling pretty, about food and weight, and bullying. The book Nobody's Perfect is like the books about Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul. It's full of stories and poems that target needs like self-esteem and how to love yourself and your body. It's perfect for young girls just like you to learn to accept and love themselves.
If a Tree Falls at Lunchtime by Jennifer Koldenko is a thrilling fictional novel written from the perspective of a 7th grade girl named Kristen. Kristen is struggling with weight, mean girls, and many other aspects of middle school. Kristen befriends the new guy named Walk, who is struggling with his own set of problems. Together, they manage to overcome their obstacles and even have a little fun. Body Talk by Faith Girls is a great book about girls whose bodies are changing due to puberty. It has a whole chapter about weight gain and encourages girls to eat well and be active in order to be a healthy young girl. This book also uses Bible verses to back up the information being told. Middle School, How to Deal by Sarah Borden, Sarah Miller, Alex Strikeleather, Maria Valadares, and Miriam Yelton is a book written by 5 girls while they are in 7th grade. This book is for girls going into middle school. The story talks about boys, bullies, body image, and many other aspects of a middle school girl's life. The book contains a section called My Middle School Notes, where there are questions and blank lines where you can write down your own thoughts and feelings as you go through middle school.
In Joan Barr's book, Squashed, Ellie, she's a 16-year-old girl and she struggles with her self-image and the pressure of losing 20 pounds from her father. And so to boost her confidence, she enters into a giant squash contest where she tries to grow the biggest pumpkin, and this is a good way for her to distract herself and for her to boost her confidence. The book Kissing in the Rain by Kevin Brooks deals with a 15-year-old boy who's constantly being bullied just like you, and because he's overweight. And he does his best to try and not let the bullying bring him completely down, but this story is just his own personal story that might be able to help you out. And then Keeping the Moon by Sarah Dessen is a great book because it deals with a 15-year-old girl, Coley, who used to be chubby, but she still remains insecure, even though, she's lost a little weight. So she decides to spend a summer at the beach with her aunt, and the new friends that she makes, they teach her some important life lessons about friendship and learning to love yourself just the way that you are.
The first of my 3 books is Body Drama, Real Girls, Real Bodies, Real Issues, Real Answers by Nancy Amanda Rudd. It's a book full of just chapters on how to dress yourself. It's real women, real girls your age, 12 years old to like 15 years old. It's a ton of fun to look through. They give you ways to dress yourself, ways to get active, ways to deal with the mean girls in your school, and it's a ton of advice from older girls who have been through all of this like you have. My next book is The Looks Book by Esther Drill, and it's another book kind of like Body Drama, but it's a fictitious story, and it is just a great way to learn that a lot of girls go through the same thing you're going through, and that every girl is insecure about it. It's not just you, and that there's ways to change it and ways to build your confidence, and it's a great book to show you great ways to build your confidence. The third book is actually a book that I have read before at your age, and I've read it over and over again, and it's called Perfect by Natasha Friend. It's a book about a girl who has an eating disorder, and she goes into rehab for it, and she finds out that the most popular girl in her grade has an eating disorder as well, and they become really close, and they realize that everyone in their grade and all the girls in their grade struggle with the same problems they're struggling with, and that all of you guys are the same, and that everyone feels the same way you feel, and that sometimes when girls are acting out and being mean to you, it's just a way for them to cope with how they're feeling about themselves. And they become friends in the end, so maybe you can befriend some of your intimidators or whoever is making fun of you and show them that you are a nice person and you love yourself and you are confident in yourself, and they will believe it too.
Well, I hope that you take the time to read these books, and I hope that you learn a lot from them. When I was your age, I read a lot of books that helped me out with the different issues that I was facing. And we just want to remind you that you're going to grow up to be a beautiful and wonderful person, and I know right now might be hard, but you're going to make it through.
Something beautiful.